everybody, welcome back to Sew Me Sunshine. It's my week to do the team's pick video and I've been really excited. I've enjoyed watching all the team's favourite fabrics that they've picked over the last few weeks. And yeah, it's mine this week. Just for anyone that is new here, my name's Harriet and I'm the founder of Sew Me Sunshine. And then we've got a really lovely team of everyone that you can go and have a look on our website if you want to find out more about the business and the different members of our team. In the studio today we've got Lisa, who's busy packing all your orders. Thank you so much as always for your orders. We've got Celia, our office manager, who is doing all the organisation and sorting out all the stock as per usual, thankfully. And we've got Jenny, who's kindly filming for us today, who is like our social media and creative manager at Sew Me Sunshine. So like I said, this is my top picks. I've gone round the studio and as you can see we've got lovely new shelving, so I've really enjoyed going around and picking out some of my favourite fabrics. It's been quite difficult to decide which ones to go for, and I've also paired some patterns as well of what I think I'd make. I've gone for a lot of tops and dresses because that's just my favourite type of clothes to make. Today I'm wearing the Tilly & Buttons Lyra dress that Lisa made for me kindly. Thank you, Lisa. And this is a really nice fabric that will be coming soon to Sew Me Sunshine. We have a load of different colourways and it's an ex-designer desktop fabric. And what we decided to be a bit fun was for all of us in the team to pick our, a colourway, and we're all going to make something with that colourway, and there'll be a blog post. So Jenny's organising all of that. So this will be coming soon. I'm sorry it's not available yet, but still, it's a lovely dress. So this is my first pick for you, and I think everyone in the team will be quite shocked. I've gone for a plain because plains aren't something I normally grab for. But with the changing weather and the fact that I'm just at home sometimes with the children and my lovely dog, sometimes I just need something really nice and cozy, but I want to still feel like me and feel a little bit fashionable. Love the colour pink, and I love the fact that on the high street at the moment this colour is just everywhere. So I've gone for this because I feel like, yeah, like I said, I can be cosy but still fashionable. This is one of our organic cotton French terries. We've got them in a few different colours and we've got it in this gorgeous hot pink colour at the moment. So just to remind you all, with the French terry, it's got that lovely soft looped back on the side that's close to my skin, and then it's just a plain on the outside of the fabric. So it's got really good stretch and recovery, lovely fabric, really versatile, would be great for joggers, but I tend to make more tops for myself. I just feel more confident with that sort of thing. And the pattern that I've made time and time again and I feel really confident in, which is what I enjoy when I sew. I enjoy not necessarily challenging myself, I enjoy picking up the same patterns over and over again. So I've gone for the Grainline Studio Linden sweatshirt. I just think this sweatshirt pattern is just a really classic sweatshirt pattern, and I know that it's something that I would wear over and over again. So going on from the kind of sweatshirt idea, I'm going to pick these fabrics that would also work really well with the linden, but I'm going to show you a different fabric, a different pattern to pair with these fabrics. So these are brand new in the studio and all of us in the studio really love them. So they're cotton teddy fleeces and you could use either side of the fabric. Now, I think from what I've seen on the high street and kind of like a very popular ethical brand, I'd quite like to make myself a sweatshirty top using this side, the fleecy side, on the outside. So not against my skin, just because I think the look is really nice and it's very fashionable, and like I said, it reminds me of a specific ethical brand. And we've got these in a few different colours, but I was drawn to this lovely blue. I really like a lovely, gorgeous blue colour, and I really like the cream. Now, I'd love to make the off-white colour as like a full sweatshirt, but I just don't trust myself. I'm terrible. If anyone knows me personally, you'll know that I spill food on myself all the time. So I thought, as a compromise, what I'll do is I pick a pattern where I can like incorporate both of them, with the blue being the main body. So like I said, they've got really nice stretch and recovery. With anything that I'm talking today about that is a jersey fabric and it has a stretch, please be reassured that on our website what we've got is we've always got the stretch percentages for you, which will help you. I just can't remember them exactly at the top of my head whilst we're filming, but they're all on the website for you. So yeah, these are really nice and snuggly, perfect for the weather changing here in the UK. And the pattern, this was actually inspired, Celia mentioned this and I was like, yes, this sounds great. So Deer and Doe, if you haven't seen, Jenny's shared on social media that unfortunately they're stopping their paper patterns, which is sad for us at Sew Me Sunshine, as we've stopped them, I believe, from the when I first started the business. So what we've done is we've stocked up with basically what they've got left. So anything left at Sew Me Sunshine we won't be able to restock now. And one of our favourites of Deer and Doe patterns is this lovely sweatshirt pattern of theirs, and it's the Neige. Sorry if I haven't quite pronounced that right. And if we look at the line drawing at the back, I probably would go for just the simple round neck, not the kind of high neck. And as you can see, it's got this kind of like stripe pattern on the sleeve. So what I would do is go for like this colour for the main body, and then for the sleeve incorporate some of the cream. I think would look really, really pretty and be a really nice design feature. So this choice was actually kind of inspired by Jenny because of what she's wearing today. She's wearing a really nice, like, similar sort of colour palette, retro-y, floral, lovely dress. So I saw this on the shelf and I was like, actually, yes, I'd quite like to copy Jenny today. So this is one of our printed, very fine needle cords, almost like a baby cord. So probably on camera you can't see that it's actually a cord, but it does have that slightly ridged, which is what you'd expect from a needle cord, and then it's covered in this really fun, beautiful print. This is 100% cotton and it's from Dashwood Studios, and Dashwood Studios always have lovely prints. So we've had this in for a while, but I really think it works really well going into the autumn season, just because the colour palette with it. I love a needle cord in this sort of time of year. I think it works for our autumn, winter time. And yeah, something like this is really nice as well because it's actually not that heavy, it's quite lightweight. A lot of people assume that something as a needle cord or a cord can only be used like as bottom weight or as a jacket fabric, but something like this is actually quite lightweight where you can use it as a shirt or as a dress. Now what I really fancy making with this is a dress, and what I thought I'd quite fancy making is the Darling Ranges Megan Nielsen. So I'd go for the one with the slightly cinched, with the gathered skirt, just to give me a bit more definition on the waist. I really like the buttons down the front, and this type of fabric would work really well with this pattern. It's a really versatile pattern. So yeah, I think that would be lovely for as the weather's changing. So the next fabric I'm going to show you is it comes in two colours. So it's the pink and the blue. Now the blue is my favourite. We've got, don't be worried by how little's on this bolt, we've got actually another bolt as well. But we've also got it in the pink, so I wanted to show you both. I'm drawn to the blue just because it's just more my colour actually, but I do really like the pale pink as well. So this fabric I love because I just think it's really, really special. So it's like a seersucker fabric, so it's got that slight puckering, which you'd know from a seersucker, and it's got a check design. I love a kind of gingham or a check. If I'm not going for floral, that's the next kind of print I normally like to go for. And this, I think, is just really special. I'm hoping you can see on camera, but these, can you see how it changes colour there? Well, that is actually completely see-through. So it's got a really fun detail whereby it's got these areas that are opaque and then the areas that are translucent. So it's really, really fun. To me, this feels very like fashion as well, which is why I'm always drawn to it, and I just think it's something that we don't normally come across that often when we're out fabric sourcing. So these are from the lovely Pigeon Wishes. So Megan and her husband have done a great job finding these. We love them. And personally for me, you could make yourself a dress with them, but you'd want to add obviously like a slip underneath, or line it. But I would go for a blouse, because I was envisioning wearing a blouse underneath my dungarees. I wear dungarees a lot with the children and the dog. So it again just kind of brings a bit of me into it by wearing it underneath the dungarees, and I still feel like me. I personally wouldn't wear a vest top underneath. I would just go for like a light coloured bra, but obviously that's just up to you what you'd fancy. Now, I'm very lucky because Lisa has made me, ta-da, one I made earlier, like in Blue Peter. But I didn't make it. Lisa lovely made it because she is the sewing expert here. And she made the new Tilly and the Buttons Marnie for me that I will wear tomorrow to work, and Celia will take some photos for us. So you'll get to see it up close, but it looks lovely. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Lisa. So yeah, I think this fabric works really, really well, made up into this pattern. I'll just show you the line drawing. There you go. So yeah, I think it's perfect, and I know I'll get a lot of wear out of it. Like I said, either tucked into high-waisted jeans or underneath my dungarees. This is my next pick. I love these sort of colours at the moment, especially going into the autumn season. Just think they're really fun. And surprise, surprise, I've picked another floral. I love a floral. So this is a slightly smaller floral print, which again, I'm seeing a lot more in the high street at the moment, a bit more like ditzy floral prints. And this is a cotton double gauze. I really like a cotton double gauze. I just think it's really nice and airy, and it gives you kind of the effect that I like with a lot of tops. I like tops normally with like big sleeves, and the pattern I'm going to pair this with is going to be the option with like some big sleeves. And I just think what's great about a cotton double gauze is that it has that volume where it will keep that shape for you. So for anyone that is new to sewing, a cotton double gauze is basically 2 layers of cotton that have been basted together. So you've got 2 very, very fine layers of cotton double gauze, and then they're based together in a grid pattern, and that's why you get the double. So what's really important is that you finish your seams properly. So that's something for future Harriet to remember when she's making herself anything with double cotton gauze. So it's really nice and breathable being cotton, so it actually will work throughout the seasons, which is really important for me. And yeah, so like I said, I am going to pair this one with a cello, which from Closet Core Patterns. And if we look at the line drawings, the version I'd be quite tempted for is View B. So it's got the slightly more voluminous sleeves, and I would pair it probably like my high-waisted jeans. Again, it's just practical but still feels like me, which is really important to me, and I know I'd get a lot of wear out of this. Okay, so following on from my last choice, I'm also going to go for another top make. Like I said, I'm always drawn more to making tops and dresses. It's just more me. I personally find even shopping on the high street quite hard for trousers, so I'm always a little bit nervous about sewing trousers. But the girls are trying to encourage me to go for it, but that's why I haven't picked. I've gone for dresses and tops today because it's my kind of vibe. So I love a gingham, as I mentioned earlier, and so I thought what I'd do is pick a gingham colour that is a little bit more kind of good for the going into autumn winter time. So I went for this really lovely dark pink colour. So our ginghams are yarn dyed, so that means the gingham print is not printed onto the fabric. It's actually the way the threads are actually dyed the colour, and then the print has been made with the weaving process. So they're 100% cotton as well, so lovely and breathable. So again, would work throughout the seasons, but I just think this colour would work really well going into a little bit cooler. And the pattern I've chosen for this fabric is the Sagebrush top by Friday Pattern Companies, and I would do it like they've done there with a pair of jeans. I just think it would be really fun, and I know I'd get a lot of wear out of it. So the next two fabrics I'm going to that I've picked for my picks are viscoses, and I've picked two kind of loose fitting dresses to go with them, but two very different patterns. As you can tell from what I'm wearing today, I really like a loose fitted dress. I just find it really comfortable, and yeah, I just love wearing them, so you'll find me in a lot of the times wearing them. So this is one of the viscoses that I've chosen. We actually got it in a few different colourways because that's how much I really liked the print, and we've just stocked a lovely range of viscose lawns at So Me Sunshine that are on the slightly lower price point, just because we know that that's really important for a lot of you at the moment. So we've made sure that we've sourced some viscoses that are very affordable, and also they're very wide, so it means that obviously you can make sure that you don't need as much fabric for your projects. So this one I absolutely love because I love the kind of ditzy floral print, and I'm really drawn to like a little, well, it's probably not an official polka dot, but like it's got a very small little dot design as well in the background, which I think is really fun. Gives it a little bit of a vintage vibe to it. So this one's, if you can't quite see on camera, it's got a black background, the dots are white, and then the floral design is all little blue flowers, which I think is really pretty, and the colours work really well going into like the autumn winter time. Obviously with viscose, as always, as expected, it's got a lovely drape, and because it's dark, it's completely opaque, which is always a plus for me because I don't enjoy lining. So yeah, I'm always drawn to something that doesn't need a lining. So like I said, I'd like to make myself a dress in this, and I think I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I like choosing patterns that I've made over and over again. I just find it really therapeutic. So I've gone for a dress pattern that I've made a few times, but not for a while, and this is the Grainline Studio Faro dress. Now I would make the one with the longer sleeves. I just think this dress pattern, for starters, is really fun to make because it's got a really interesting design detail, and how you're kind of like tutored to put it together is really interesting. So this kind of diagonal kind of shape here is actually deep pockets, which is really fun, and yeah, I just think it's really different. It's different to what you'd normally find on the high street, so it really feels really special, and it's a really nice make as well, and I enjoy wearing it as well. So I think I've still got a couple of Faros in my wardrobe that I've had for years, and they're still going strong. So this would work really well, even with the design feature. I wouldn't have to worry too much about the direction or anything. Yeah, and I think I'd get a lot of wear out of it. This is my last fabric that I've picked today. It was really hard to stop picking, but I've ended with this one. Two of my really good sewing friends have just bought this recently, so I'm really excited to see what they make, and I thought, well, why not join them? Really love this, and one of my friends who bought it actually told me that this was that she bought it because she saw this fabric in a well-known high street shop that had a collaboration with another person, so you might have an idea what that might be. But yeah, I'm really drawn to this sort of style and print, really love it, and I love the blue colour with it. I think it's really pretty. It's a viscose fabric, it's really nice and silky, this one to touch. It feels quite high end actually. Completely opaque, and like I said, it has a lovely fluid drape. I think this is just perfect for making yourself like a big billowy dress, but you could also make yourself a blouse. But what I'm definitely going to make with it is one of my favourites, and that is the Friday Pattern Company Wilder Gown. I love this dress pattern just because I've got a lot of ready-to-wear dresses in my wardrobe that are just like this. It's a nice, easy, simple make, and it works really well with a lot of our viscose prints. So something like this would work so well together, and I know I'd get so much wear out of it. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been lovely being back here, and I really hope that you liked my fabric picks and what I've suggested to make with them. I hope it's given you some sewing inspiration. Let us know below which one's your favourite and which one you'd like me to make, and then maybe we can make that happen with Lisa. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you soon. Stay tuned. Take care. Bye.